The president there is Arman Mahjoor. He is the founder of AI Club, an excellent, amazing guy. Now, here's the reason why you guys should listen very carefully to what he's about to tell you guys. The man's actually won a lot of hackathons. He has won second place at PatriotHacks and one of the tracks, and also in Maryland as well. So this guy, he has a lot of great recommendations. He'll tell you guys how to get the best and most out of the hackathon. All right, done with the hype train. I'm gonna take it over to Arman.
Thank you, Ongood, for the intro. Before we begin, I just want to make sure that the people down in Fairfax are able to hear us and see us in the live at the event. I'm not sure, Ongood, do you know if they're ready, or do they have the presentation open? Okay. I mean, in sorry, the George Mason campus. George Mason campus. You're muted, Ongood, if you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it? Are they? What was? Are they supposed to do it on campus here, like a present big screen or something, or what?
I thought maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
From what I understand, it's a fully virtual, so
okay, never mind.
there's no
Okay.
room.
Okay, gotcha.
There's no
Okay,
room dedicated.
Yeah, we'll start. We'll get right into it. All right, guys. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Thank you. I'm really honored that everyone here is here today. Is who here? Is it whose first hackathon is it? I'm just curious here, like who we have. Is it first hackathon for people? How many hackathons have people been to here? Put the number of hackathons in the chat you've been to. First. Okay, awesome. Okay, fire. 3, Saj. 3. Okay, nice. Amazing. Yeah. So I love hackathons. I've been to like over 25 now, and I'm a senior here at George Mason. I'm studying computer science, and I'm here to share some of my personal learnings, tips, and tricks from hackathons doing them, so that hopefully helps you guys in this journey. And let's get right into it. So there's many ways that you can do a hackathon. You know, there's so much you can do at a hackathon. There's free food, there's prizes, a lot of people. You can do so much, right? And like, how do you optimize your time here? Well, I would say like these are all some possible things you can do, right? So you can win first place, you can enjoy the food, you can learn about technology, network with the companies, win a sponsor prize, do your assignments. I've had to do that a couple of times. So a lot of ways you can do it. But here's what I think. A hackathon is an opportunity to accelerate an idea and meet interesting people around, and have fun and learn some things. And let me admit the person that just joined in. So I'll talk about each of these. So first, I mean, a lot of you guys probably don't even have an idea. I mean, I don't really come into hackathons with a lot of ideas. So I would say, think about what you want to do. Like, what are your interests? What are your teammates' interests? And you could even talk to people and see what like problems people have, make a solution to it. Or if you have your own problem you want to make a solution to. So I'm currently working on a startup as a side note, and startups, how they work is they solve a problem in on Earth. You know, they have to talk to people and see what problem they have. So you can treat a hackathon project very similarly, and talk to people and see what they have to, that you can make a solution around. And then there's meeting interesting people, you know. So a lot of great people at hackathons, a lot of great students and companies. It's a good opportunity to see like the sponsors there. Like I don't know all the sponsors off the top of my head, but a lot of the tech sponsors, and they're looking to hire people and stuff. too. So it's a good opportunity to go and network with some of them and meet them. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because let me tell you this, like probably like 90% of the people at this hackathon are not going to put themselves out there. So you should be that 10%. You know, go and introduce look what people are working on, introduce yourself, and that's how you find new interesting people that you can talk to and become friends with. I actually met my co-founder for my current startup at my first hackathon that I ever attended. So that's the power of hackathons. You meet these interesting people that you normally wouldn't. Just 500 people, you know, go and meet some. Having fun. I think this is arguably like the most important part of a hackathon, and in anything that we do is have fun. So don't spend like the whole time, you know, grinding. You know, enjoy yourself a little bit. Talk to maybe go out and explore George Mason, do a walk, or go to Insomnia Cookie across the street, or just talk to people, exchange ideas, you know. But yeah, like have some fun and get sleep, and it'll be fun. So have fun at the hackathon, you know, so that you can do more in the future. And then learning things. That's the other important thing about hackathons. You know, it's a great opportunity to learn how to use developer tools, or understand how to make your first app. So when I did my first hackathon, I wanted to learn how to make a website, and I spent like the whole hackathon like making the website, and it turned out pretty shit. And back then, there were as many like tools and stuff available to help learn how to do these things, but now there's AI. Now you're able to accelerate part of the stepping stones that you had to do in the past to manually. So now we're going to talk a little bit about some of those tools. So some design tools. I mean, I just bullet pointed some basic tools that I'm using, but Figma is a big design tool. So Figma is very popular. People go on there and design like websites, mockups. So it's like the step before programming, but a lot of the time you can skip design now that you can code so fast with AI. Then there's also this new tool I found out about called pencil.dev. Pencil.dev is basically it's like Figma, like you can design, but it also generates the code, and you basically prompt it and it generates these designs. So pencil.dev, and it's for Mac. And there's another design tool that I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you stick around after the end of this, I will find it for the people that are interested, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Development. So like, what are you going to do for your programming? Like, how are you going to program your project, right? So Next.js is a very popular framework in the developer space. A lot of startups use this. A lot of hackathon projects use this. I've used it for majority of my hackathon projects. Next.js, it's a front-end framework that combines TypeScript, the programming language TypeScript, React, which is a library for designing front end, and Tailwind CSS, which is CSS but nicer. And Tailwind CSS, you can use it to like add coloring and stuff. So that's how that works. But basically, yeah, check out Next.js. And then ShadCN. ShadCN is a design component library. So a lot of like modern websites, like they want some like rounded cards or some cool buttons, some footer element or something. They go to ShadCN because it's a library that has all the nice clean modern designs out there. There's a lot of other libraries too, and look at them. But ShadCN is just one that is very common. So that's why I'm putting it here. But you know, you don't need to be common. You can find some unique design development technologies as well. So OpenAI API, the third thing, and that's pretty popular now. And like a lot of hackathon projects still use like they'll make like an AI chatbot or integrate AI. So they're basically just using like the OpenAI API. Or another LLM API. So there's also like Claude, Claude. Claude. That's another competitor to like ChatGPT. And yeah, so basically OpenAI API is just ChatGPT, but for programmers. And OpenAI is the company that made ChatGPT. Now I give you all these information: design, development. How do you actually accelerate your development? How do you get it done fast? Ship it fast. And this is the where the juicy stuff happens, right? So I recommend these tools. I recommend checking out Claude Code, check out V0, check out Lovable. Also check out. I'll also throw in one more live on. Oh, I can't throw it in. Also, I'll throw in Anti-Gravity. This is Google Anti-Gravity. It's like Visual Studio Code, but it's but it has AI. So check some of these out. You know, great tools to get designs out of your head and into your program. And one more tool that I will also shout out. If you want a tool that will allow you to, rather than typing, you want to speak, like you want to just spit out what you want to say, you know? So you click a button and then you just say it. This is Easy Speak. And I actually made this. It's open source. So you can download it. And what you do is you press a button and you talk, and then it just transcribes your voice and you can send it in. So that's how Easy Speak works. But yeah. So that's some recommendations for development. Oh, that is it. But I think like I wanted to open it up to some questions and stuff, you know, because I know I mean I don't want to talk. Like I want to hear what questions you guys have, you know, of any way that I can help you guys with your hackathon journey here tonight. I mean the next 34 something, probably more hours. So any questions that anyone has about this, doing your first hackathon?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, so I joined a little bit late, so forgive me if you may have already kind of.
Don't worry. I can reiterate like towards the end on anything. But yeah, what's up?
Okay, sure. Yeah, so this is my first hackathon. I'm in a group with me and two other people. However, I have like no formal really programming experience. They do, like my teammates do, but I don't. So I was wondering like if you have any advice on where I can provide the most value and how to go from zero to like actually completing the project in basically like vibe coding the whole thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, great question. Honestly, you don't need to know programming anymore to do a hackathon. You don't need to know how to type code. All you need to know is how to use tools effectively. So there's these tools I put here: Claude Code, V0, Lovable. They're all tools that allow you to just prompt and it'll generate code, and everyone's using them. And like developers and startups, everyone, they're using these tools to get more code shipped fast. And so I'll just show you one, and I think this is a nice one for if it's your first time. Lovable. So you can create an account and you just prompt Lovable. I want to make a website for AI Club at George Mason. You know, it's gonna make me sign in. But basically, you give it this prompt, and it cooks. You just give it some context. You know, give it some more context. You know, be like, oh, I want it to be blah blah blah. I want it to be this, that. More context you give it, the better it's able to make it. So V0 is one more. I'll share this one. V0 is similar to Lovable. V0, the only difference is that for those that were here earlier, it's following. It's made by Next.js. So whatever you generate, whatever you type here is going to be like an Next.js website, like using this framework. So there's that. And then while I'm at it, I'll also talk about Claude Code. Claude Code is also a big dev tool. So this is this maybe I can even show you right now. Let me present something else. Window, entire screen. Okay, yeah, Cloud Code. You run it in your terminal. It's a little bit more scary because you're doing it from like terminal. But now you can, your code base, wherever your code base is, it can look at your code base and work with it. So be like, hey Claude, can you I mean, I'm not gonna prompt it because I don't want to use my AI token, but yeah. So Claude Code and yeah, and then I also mentioned NC Gravity. So NC Gravity is like Visual Studio Code, but with AI. So if it's your first time, I recommend looking at NC Gravity, looking at Lovable. I think those are some good options.
Sure. And then
Hackathons are nothing but vibe coding. Here I'll answer this question first. No, it's not just vibe coding, but if you want to look at it like that, yes. Like it's really how you approach it. You know what I mean? So these tools like they're helpful. Of course, like they can't do everything, right? But that's where you have to come in as a smart person and know how to use them and know how to learn systems together and make something powerful. So yeah.
Andrew Espinosa had a question.
Yeah.
In hackathons, do you usually send a video with a demo, or do you have a live demo the project?
So usually it's live demo. Usually like live demo is how they do these. It's also nice to have a video. So I recommend making a video. And if you have the time for it. So try and plan for a video. You need a presentation sometimes. You don't need a presentation. If you just want to demo what you made, you can just demo what you made. I think you don't need a presentation, but if you have a cool thing to show. But yeah, make a presentation if you think it will help to explain what you made.
So let's go to the next question. Marvin Estino, sorry, messed up the name. Marvin asked, do you have a preferred tech stack that you use?
Sure, yeah. So I'll quickly talk about what tech stack I like to use. So first, for like front end, I like to use Next.js. This is a great framework for making websites, building websites. For back end, if I want like a database or something, or like to host a website, Supabase is a good option. Supabase. If I want to purchase a domain, spaceship.com is it's a cool site. I like to use that for buying domains. What else? And then of course GitHub. GitHub is a important tool. I think like you'll use it forever as a developer. But it's where you can create a repo and put your code on there. So and do version control of your code. So like if like version control, I mean like if you make a change to your code, you put it onto the repository, and then if you mess your code up, you can reset back to the previous version. So that's version control. And yeah, so here I'll type it in the chat just because I went through it really quickly. And yeah. Any other questions?
We have a new question from Mehran Rahman. Can you speak to some of the previous projects you may have done, or projects that you have been successful in other hackathons, especially that the one that you've had a lot of success in a lot of hackathons. So that's a good question.
That's a great question. So I would say in my perspective, the most successful hackathon projects are the ones that the ones that wow. And I mean, this is very vague, but what I mean is like it should be something that makes the judge feel that emotion. It doesn't matter how good your code is. It doesn't matter how many hours you spent. It doesn't matter any of that. What matters is the feeling the judges have when you're demoing your project. So you need to keep that in mind. Hackathon is like 50% all this shipping and stuff, but the other 50% is maybe even more. 90%. 90% of it is like the way you convey your idea. 10% of it is actually like what you made, right? So 90% is that. So focus a lot on how you want to wow the judges. And here, I'll talk a little bit about like some of my projects. Like devpost.com. So for me, I think this project is arguably one of my best projects at a hackathon, where I won last like 2 years ago PatriotHacks for second place for Conquer the World. And what I made was a beer shooter. So it had like a Home Depot bucket, and it had this thing right here, and it takes liquid from it and shoots it at this marker here, and it's like taped to a cup. So it would aim at the cup and spray at it. And I think like I guess it wowed the judges. Maybe like some judges liked it, some didn't. But for the ones that liked it, you know, I think they related to it, and it was unique. You know, it was like different from all of the software projects they saw, and we had fun making it, and we had fun, and we cared about it, and we did a good pitch. So we gave a good story and pitch to our when we got judged, and I think that's what matters.
Thank you guys for your amazing questions. And I do want to add a little bit of a plug, shameless plug. One of the questions is about if about AI, and we are in 30 minutes. I'll be hosting a workshop about how to use AI effectively for your projects, especially media. So like logos, making photos, videos, stuff like that, in a really quick, efficient way. So it will be in person upstairs in a JC room B, and it'll be posted in the Discord and as well all over. It'll be announced. Sorry for the shameless plug.
No, you got it, bro. You got it. Go check out his workshop. It'll be better than mine, I'm sure.
Nah, bro, you are somebody who actually does. I've seen your work. I looked at your LinkedIn. You have amazing projects, and you've done an amazing job, especially with all the hackathons. You're one of the people. When I think of hackathon, I think of you. You're like the entrepreneurial spirit, you know?
No, I appreciate it,
I have
man.
big respect.
If you guys want to connect on LinkedIn, I just put it in the chat, and like and feel free, you know, if you guys have any questions throughout the weekend, send me a message over there. I'll take a look. In my last hackathon, I found it difficult to get the UI UX down, especially for heavily AI coded projects. They end up looking very AI-ish. Do you have any tips or places you look for inspiration? Dude, that is an amazing question. And that's actually the thing. Like I'm actually seeing like patterns where you see like websites and stuff generated by AI, right? Like the sort of gradient colors they use, the same cards, similar fonts. There's a lot of telltales for that. So my answer to that is look at like different libraries and stuff. You know, look at the things that the AI it doesn't default to, because ultimately the AI is just like fundamentally AI is just a generalization of things on the internet. And so when you feed it some of these more unique things, like a library or something for UI components, for example, then it will take that and it will incorporate that in the design so that it won't. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like a lot of it is just like changing it up. So changing up like a lot of the things that look like AI, you know. So that's the other thing. And then like let me before I forget, I'm gonna send you guys, you know, for everyone who stick around here, you know, I got you guys with this link I'm gonna send here, and it helps with design and stuff. So you can use this to help with your designing of your stuff. So let me just find it real quick. It'll take me a minute here. And what's up, Yaya? I saw you joined. How are you doing, my man?
So far so good. How you doing?
Good. Good. Okay. I got you guys with the sauce. Hold on. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna put some links in the chat here, so you guys can look at these. These are all tools for all like resources for like looking at design and like libraries and stuff that you can incorporate as well, I think. So yeah, just like copy those links from the chat and like save it on your computer so you can look at it later. But yeah, I think that is mainly it. Let me see. I'm just looking through my stuff. I'm seeing if there's any other things I can share. And also share this link here, pencil.dev. This is like Figma. And Figma is also another one. This is pencil.dev is like Figma. I used it recently. I loved it. So it's like you can basically prompt the design, and it'll help you get the code. But yeah, also like one more thing, like I know I'm sharing like a lot of tools for like AI and stuff. Also like use it to learn these things too. Like you can prompt back and forth to like iterate with it. But yeah, like we have to adapt with AI. So I feel like you should use these tools and like learn how they work as well. And that'll help you with the projects and stuff too. And but also like learn some things. So don't just vibe code, I guess is what I mean. Just like learn from it in a way. And you're learning when you're doing this. You know, it's fun. You learn a lot when you're using these tools anyways. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it.
Okay, can I ask one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So do you know where I could get like an API key or like how I could have more tokens? I guess I don't know.
Okay. Like API keys. Let me think. So I know like are you just asking like where can you get these keys in general, or are you asking like if there's like any free ones?
I mean, like in general. I mean, no, I mean free ones. Yeah, free ones.
Free ones. Okay, got you. I am not aware of any free ones. Like I do. I mean, I think like OpenAI. Like I just sent a link here. Where you can get the API. I think if you use like a smaller model, you can get it. You can use it for free. So the OpenAI API, you can use, or here's a specific link for that, actually, not the second one. You can use it for free if you're using a other like a smaller model, I think. And then, oh, let me tell you this. Okay, anti-gravity, Google anti-gravity, you can actually use Google anti-gravity, and they give you like free AI amount, and with the Google Pro subscription, you get it for free as a student. So Google Pro subscription, let me find the Google 1 year student free. And then yeah, you use the Google Pro on your account, and then you get some free credits. And then like if you run out, you can use another Google account and use more free credits because you get some free credits like by default. And then OpenCode is another tool similar to anti-gravity and stuff. This has free models that you can use, some free AI models that you can use when you install it.
Yeah, are they good or?
Yeah, they're good. I've used it. It's good. It's solid.
Okay. Alrighty, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for this meeting. Yeah,
Of course, dude. Happy to help, man.
for sure. I you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, let me send my LinkedIn over.
All right, bye. Yeah. So you've done like how many hackathons?
I've done like 20, a little bit over 25.
Jeez.